Hi, it's Cheryl Kinney. Thanks for joining me again on our journey. Hopefully you've been following along and you've picked up some good information. Today's topic we're going to address is recruiter training. I often have people come to me, and people know what I do because I kind of am out there. I do a lot of social networking. I attend a lot of networking organizational meetings. I organize networking meetings. I have a meetup group. You might be familiar with those. But basically people often ask me how they can obtain free recruiter training. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. And because I'm busy, even though they're people I respect and admire and would love to help, I don't have time to train them. I have to take care of my own responsibilities. So let me tell you a little bit about how I got my recruiter training. One thing you want to do is you want to partner with either an organization, a company, or whatever that already has good, solid recruiters that you can learn by osmosis. That's how I learned. When I started, I was 22 years old. I'm not 22 or even close to it anymore, but I started at 22. Fortunately, I was surrounded by older people that had, on average, 8 to 10 years of experience. We had one woman, Helen, in our office that had like 30 years of experience. Helen just came to work to read the newspaper. She was basically retired but had nothing else to do. So Helen was a really good resource. I would go to her quite a bit and pick her brain because 30 years of recruiting, and she used to say to me every time, Cheryl, I've forgotten more than you'll ever know. And it was fun for her to tell me that. We loved Helen. But anyway, learn by osmosis. Pay attention to the people around you. If you're working and you're not getting the success you're looking for or think you should be getting, stop what you're doing and listen to other people in the office. Listen. Pay attention. Spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not too much longer than that because you're not being productive, but listen to who's getting results and what are they saying to get it. Write it down, make it be part of your script, tailor it to your personality, and use what's working for someone else. Another thing I meant to mention earlier is that if you ever get discouraged in this business, there's 3 faces I want you to draw on a piece of paper. One is a smiley face. Then next to the smiley face, make a just kind of average looking face. Then make a really sad face. Okay? If you're having a bad day, we all do. I have a bad day every now and then. Pull out that piece of paper. I held on to that piece of paper that was given to me in my very first recruiting job for 12 years. For 12 years that sat in my top desk drawer. When I was having a bad day, I'd pull out that piece of paper and I'd remember I'm in that middle part. I'm maybe teetering on that sad face. And then what I would do is I would go to the board. We all recruiting firms at that time, I don't know if they still do, kept leaderboards. So they had Bridget, Bobby, Cheryl, John, the names of all the recruiters. Every time you closed a placement, you got up and rang a bell and you wrote it up on the board. Okay? So you go to that board and you say, who's big biller this month? It could be the 10th of the month, it could be the 19th, whatever. You go to that board, you say, okay, Bob, he's running the show this month, so I'm going to go pick Bob's brain. Don't go during his peak hours. Between his peak hours, and he may call his peak hours 9 to 11 or 1 to 3. Don't go during those hours because that's basically taking money out of his pocket. That's his phone time. You go during his lunch break or after work, catch him in the parking lot and say, Bob, sell me this business again. Tell me why I need to be in this business. Bob's on cloud 9, right? He's making a ton of money. So he's a guy you want to talk to. Don't go talk to Jane, who's beneath you on the board. You think Jane's going to help pump you up? Probably not. Another thing I want you to be conscious of. Well, there's no such thing as that I'm aware of where you can actually get free recruiter training if you partner with a good organization. They will often bring in resources or actually send you out to places. For example, you may have heard of Anthony Robbins. If you haven't, Google Anthony Robbins. He's an awesome, incredible trainer of not just recruiters, but the skills that we need in our profession to be very successful. It's kind of he's cross-marketable in the types of people he trains. Another is Earl Nightingale, and I do want to mention this because it's a book that I've read over and over again. It's called The Strangest Secret. I'm not a big reader, and if I do read, I'm reading something educational or motivational. My mom used to tease me and say, Cheryl, stop and smell the roses, stop counting them. And the reason I suggest The Strangest Secret is the book is about that thick. It's about 12 pages. And in that book by Earl Nightingale, he will tell you the strangest secret, and you will be floored. And it'll be life-changing experience from that moment forward. Because he's going to give you some simple, basic, common sense, what was I thinking, easy to comprehend information. Okay? So the third thing I want to mention in terms of trainers. When you work for an organization, you may have an opportunity to go visit some other folks. I was sent many times because of my success in the business to very elaborate places, Vegas, Hollywood. I got to meet many movie stars. I had cocktails with Connie Selica. I had cocktails with Jim Morney, who you might know him as the cable guy, or what no, not the cable guy, what is he? He does ads for the electric company, basically. But anyway, so anyway, I got to hang out with Fred Munster. I don't remember his name, but from the Munsters, tall guy, real gentle, super guy, nice guy. But one of the places they sent us was to Vegas. And in Vegas, I got to hear a gentleman by the name of Zig Ziglar. He's from, I think, I've heard it 100 times, Yazoo, Mississippi. And Zig Ziglar, last time I saw him was probably about 10 years ago, maybe. About so, and that was in Vegas, and he was pushing 90, and that man was still bouncing across the stage with, oh my gosh, let me tell you this is what you got to do, get out your pens, get out your papers. He told the funniest stories. And when you can go to a trainer and go be trained by someone who's got a great sense of humor, you'll learn a lot. You'll walk away retaining a lot of what you've learned, because he's going to relate it to his humorous stories. So when you think about the story he told about losing his ink pen at the airport, you got to remember the training that came with that. So if you have an opportunity, or you want to invest in your own future, you want to take a few dollars out of your account and go see some of these folks, it's worth it. But do a little bit of research on the internet first. Know who you're investing in, and be sure that's where you want to go. You can Google and actually, I keep saying Google like you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, if you don't, you'll learn. We'll teach you. You can actually do a little research, and here's some excerpts from some of these guys that do this training and this presenting and this motivational training, back to sales and recruiter training and all that. We have a lot of fun in our business. We get to act like doctors because we're diagnosing what's the problem, what's the candidate need, why is the company calling me, all right? So we're doctors, we're diagnosing. We're also actors, okay? Now we've got to get and put on our acting hat and get on the phone and talk to the candidate or the client about, oh my gosh, I just met the candidate you have been waiting for weeks to see. Oh, I can't, I'm so excited. And let me not even send you her resume, she can be over there in 10 minutes. That's the acting part. You do the same thing with the candidate side. So anyway, free recruiter training, I'm not really familiar with any that's free. Again, if people through the company I'm with now need training, they're going to get it for free. It's all over the place. That's what we're all about. Our mission statement is people helping people. We want to see as many people be successful in their careers and have the success that we're enjoying. You know, we want to duplicate ourselves, and we all win. So let's get busy and make it happen.